Hey everyone, it's Melissa. Today I'm just getting on here. Didn't plan it out too well. It's just some thoughts that have been going through my head, so I didn't fix up or anything like that. My hair's a mess and just try to overlook that. I've been thinking about this video for a while. In fact, the other night I couldn't sleep and I kind of thought about it all night long and thought about the points I wanted to make. I want to say the right thing, and I want to be very sensitive to people that are in different circumstances. When I talk about what I'm going to talk about, it's just how it pertains to me and the current life that I'm living right now. And it's about aging woman. It's still part of my aging woman topics that I wanted to talk about. I've talked about dressing as we get older, and then today I wanted to talk about when your children are aging and your part in their lives, and then how you have to move forward and redefine sort of your own life. I'm not talking about the time, I'm not talking particularly about the empty nest time of your life. I was going to talk about that later. That happened to me in my 40s. This is the area after that. This is the time when your children graduate college, because I found when my children were in college that they still needed me a whole lot. They were out of the house, but they were still needed me a whole lot. They depended on me financially. I cooked meals for them when they came home. I did their laundry when they came home. They called me for advice. I was still their mother. I still had the more motherly role, if that makes sense. So while empty nest is certainly a time period that is a big adjustment, this is the period after that. This is the period that happens when your children are completely grown. They're getting established in their careers. They have children. They have a mortgage. They have their own houses. They're getting gray hair. And they're living the adult life and easing their own way into sort of not an older adult, but getting more toward a middle-aged lifestyle themselves. That's the time I'm talking about, how it pertains to the parents. I think what started me thinking this, my daughter's middle daughter, the three daughters, she has three daughters, and they were over at the house. And the middle daughter said, "Missy, my mommy told me she loves me more than she loves you." And I stopped because I realized it was true, as it should be. And I said, "Yes, baby, of course she does. I loved her more than I loved my own mommy. And so, of course, she loves you more than she loves me." And of course, that is of course the way it should be. We should leave our parents and we cleave to this partner that we have. And if we decide or choose to have children, and we have children and we have that, of course we're going to love these children more than we loved our parents. You should love your partner more than you love your own parents. You're supposed to leave your parents and be with a partner if you so choose. And I'm trying to be really sensitive, because some people choose not to have partners, some people choose not to have children, some people, have different lifestyles. I'm just talking about how it pertains to me, and if it kind of rings true for any of you out there. And it's funny because I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and I subscribe to a lot of people, and a lot of the people that I subscribe to are talking about their anti-aging this and anti-aging this, and my skin's getting so old. And I realize they're my daughter's age. They're in their 40s like my daughter is. And so I am a whole generation older than they are. So watching them and hearing what my daughter's child said, it made me start thinking about redefining how I've but how I wanted to, and how it was important for me to redefine my life past that empty nest syndrome. When your children first leave home, you look around and you think, okay, what do I do now? I've been a mother so long, and and things like that. So you start establishing your things that you do. I started knitting. I got involved in yoga. I started doing this. I started doing that. And then they really moved on. You know, after college, my daughter moved to the West Coast. My son lived in South Carolina. It was just Doug and me, finally, and it was important to me to devote as much time to making Doug feel special as I could, because he is their stepfather, my children's stepfather, and he, you know, helped raise them, you know, along with their father. So, you know, it was important to me that I make sure that he was an important role in my life too. So after they have left now, I guess a good almost 20 years have passed. So they've come back to where I live now. They've established their own households. They come over for Sunday dinner, but they're not my core family anymore. They have their own core families, and I'm not a part of it. I'm still their mother, but I'm more their friend now. They may ask me for advice, but it's just a friendly older person's advice. They may ask me, did I do that when I was little? So-and-so, my daughter's doing this. Did I do that when I was little? Yes, you did, or no, you didn't. They are really, really caught up, as they should be, in raising their own children, establishing their own careers, and building on that. So I had to look around. One day I realized I had to redefine who my core family was. And I think a lot of us have to do that. Now, I will say that I don't know what it's like for my husband to die. I don't know what it's like to be a widow. I don't know. I do know what it's like to be divorced, but not at my age. I was young when I was divorced the first time. I was 30 or 31 when I divorced the first time. So I don't know what it's like to have to pull together and redefine this phase of my life all by myself. I suspect, seeing other women do it, they get really good friends that become their family. I guess what I'm saying is, you have to reshape who your core family is. Right now, and I know this sounds silly, my core family is Doug and my dog Oliver. And I think that's why so many people, so many older women, when they get older, they really just turn to these dogs and everything. It's like they're having a little something in their core family to love again, like they had their children, because their children are really past all that now. I mean, they love you and everything, but they are really involved in their own families now. So I think that sometimes we turn to these little dogs, and you know, they sort of become our core members of our family. I know some people have roommates that will become their core family again. Maybe some people get to this age and they never have children, so they will have members of the community that they meet sometimes daily, sometimes weekly, that will be their core family. These are the people they have over for Thanksgiving. These are the people they go to be with at Christmas time. They've learned to band together and be able to create their own core families. It is really my wish that every aging woman, man and woman, be able to find this, because it's going to be vital, I think, at our age. And as we get older and maybe our spouse dies, or if we get divorced, or whatever happens, because life is like that, you know, things are just thrown at you sometimes. I hope that we can be able to adapt to these changes and be able to have our core family again. Maybe our core family is ourself and our little dog. Maybe our core family is ourself and our cat. Or maybe it's ourself and our best friend next door. You know, I think it's our holiday people. It's who we spend our holidays with. It's not only that, but it's the people that we spend, that we talk to. It's the people that we share our troubles with. It's the people that we share our joys with. These, to me, are your core family as you get older. So Doug and I have very much established over these past, I guess, you know, almost 20 years since my daughter left home. Yeah, almost 20 years since my daughter left home. You know, we've established this this comfort, this family unit within ourselves. We've traveled, we've discovered things that are important to us that we like to do, even things like TV shows that we found that we really enjoy watching. That kind of makes up our core family. That makes up our daily routine. I guess a core family is who you spend your daily routine with. So anyway, I was thinking about that time past the empty nest syndrome and thinking about what we do with ourselves next and how we redefine our family. I think I suspect, or it has with me, it's the time when I rediscover joys maybe that I had, or maybe even the chance to realize dreams that I always had, to now have the time and the freedom and the lack of responsibility to be able to go out and pursue any things that I might want to do. I mean, I babysit a lot, but I don't have that core responsibility. It's not up to me to have to do that. And I realize that there are a lot of people that is their core responsibility, that may have to start all over and be raising like your grandchildren. But so that is another way of redefining your family. They become your core family then, if that makes sense. So I think as we get older, like past that period of time when the kids leave home, when they first leave home, to when it's much, much later, like a good 20 years later, I think sometimes we have to look around and sort of start redefining ourselves again, like we did 20 years ago when they first left home. There comes this time when you have to also look again and see what the things are that make you feel happy, that make you feel good about yourself, that make you feel positive, that make you establish what your core is inside and what your core family is, and then also have the determination to go pursue it. So I know it's kind of rambling, and I don't think, I'm sort of upset because I don't think that I quite said what I wanted to say, but I'm afraid it's the best I can do because it goes on in my mind, and I'm not always able to communicate what I say to a camera without, because I'm not getting feedback or, what do you think about this or what do you think about that? So anyway, I hope this gives women my age, something to think about, or some people that are in that time of their lives where their children are like in their 40s. I hope it gives them some things to think about and some things to maybe a time to reassess some things in your life. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll talk to everyone later. Bye-bye.